Today we're going to be talking about PaleoPets for cats and what exactly it is and how to prepare it for cats. Cats are extremely finicky, but they are natural raw meat eaters. What they do in the wild is eat their prey whole. If they have a bird, they eat the whole thing. Mouse, they eat it pretty much whole. And my argument is that cats don't get enough fiber in commercial pet food. 1. 2, they don't get the raw protein and fats they need to maintain their hair coat and their metabolism. And 3, they get too much sugar, too much starch carbohydrates. So let's see what a cat does in the wild. They'll eat a bird, say, and they eat the majority of the feathers with it. They'll eat a mouse and they'll eat the majority of the fur with it. So each meal, say the bird and the mouse, ends up being about 20 to 30% fiber. Commercial pet food, you're lucky to have a 3 or 4% fiber diet. Along with that, we're talking about with that fiber, cats are getting probiotics, things that are inside that bird or that rodent that help it digest its own food. There's a lot of probiotics in when a cat consumes prey whole. So PaleoPet is feeding raw safely. How do we feed raw meat to a cat without getting salmonella or campylobacter or any of these weird diseases? 2, how do we add fiber, which we know they need? 3, raw fats and oils. 4, probiotics. And 5, fresh vegetable matter. How do we do this and have cats actually eat it and like it when they're so finicky? It's very, very difficult to do that. So I'm going to show you a few tricks today. So PaleoPet is feeding cats according to how they evolved, dogs likewise, but using raw, okay? Using things that we have that are available at any grocery store that we can make safe, okay? And I'll show you how to do this today. Okay, so what we're going to start with is I've already cooked an acorn squash. This is really simple. You put it in the microwave for 3-4 minutes. I cut it in half, took the seeds out, and it's extremely mushy and easy to prepare. Okay, you could use zucchini, you could use, chayote squash. Okay, this is just yellow, regular squash. And you can see I mixed the two up here. The reason I'm using 2, or this particular family, is cats have a natural affinity to squash. Cats like anything from the muskmelon variety as well, cantaloupe. They like, like I say, squash, they like pumpkin. So it's really important to use that as a concept. They'll naturally gravitate toward pumpkin. They'll naturally gravitate toward certain vegetable components that are the fiber we're looking for. Okay? Cucumbers, green beans, cooked green beans, pumpkin, and you can get canned pumpkin and use that. Put a tablespoon of canned pumpkin per 2 tablespoons of raw meat. Okay, so this is what I'm going to start with here is the vegetable mass. Okay, so I'm just using some yellow squash I cooked and some acorn squash. Then I'm going to go over with a separate fork, of course, and get some raw turkey. We could use raw ground beef or raw turkey. I'm actually going to use raw turkey in this case. All right? Now, this serves our raw protein, our raw fat, and our fiber. We want to protect our cat from salmonella and bad bacteria. So we go on to the next step. This is the trick. This is the PaleoPet trick. This is a probiotic yogurt. You can get many different types. It doesn't have to be this brand. As long as it's listing several different probiotic bacteria here, you're safe. Okay? So what I'm going to do is take a little bit, tiny bit of this yogurt and put it in with the mix. Now I've got probiotic bacteria that are preventing bad bacteria. I've got a fiber. I've got all the vitamins of the 2. One thing that I know that's a little controversial is feeding cats grass, and the reason is because when they eat grass, they can't swallow it, so they throw it up. It gets stuck in their esophagus, and they throw it right back up. I have a little trick for that. And what I do is I cut the grass, fine grass, you can grow yourself into small little bits. Okay, you're cutting it up like you would chives. I'm just going to get started here just to give you an idea. This is what you do. Just very fine little, not too much. And this naturally attracts cats anyways. This has tons of vitamins and minerals. Basil Gordon says that grass has 360 times more vitamins and minerals than the average grocery store vegetable. Okay? Now, what do we do for finicky cats? Well, sometimes the yogurt is all you need to do. Cats like yogurt. And it doesn't, if your cat doesn't like yogurt or has a reaction to yogurt, try goat yogurt, try a sheep yogurt, try something else. And there's also powdered probiotics you can use. Now let's make this tasty. We're going to use a trick that the commercial pet food industry uses. We're going to use a flavoring agent. And the flavoring agent we're going to use in this case is a little bit of sardines. Don't go overboard with this. This is a canned fish. Cats should not be eating a lot of canned fish. Okay? It's hard for them to digest. But if you take just a little bit of this and mix it in, you're going to end up with a flavoring agent. This will all get mixed together, and then we'll go ahead and feed it to our kitty. This has got everything you need in it. Basically, this is raw meat protected with a probiotic bacteria. You've got your fiber, you've got your flavoring agent, you've got fresh vegetables that cats are naturally attracted to. This is everything you need. This is a PaleoPet way. PaleoPet is the elimination of starches from the diet. PaleoPet means you're trying to go back to how cats and dogs evolved. You don't want them basing their energy needs on starch, carbohydrates. No, it's bad for them. You want them to get their energy from raw fats and proteins because it's so beneficial. And once you cook meat, it's worthless. It's hard to digest. It's no longer valuable. If you cook meat, you're ruining the fat content, which kills all the vitamins. All the vitamins are stored in fat. So this is how we do it safely. And that's it. We'll go ahead and feed this to our kitty and see how we do. Thanks so much. If you have any other questions, go to the website, PaleoPet. There's a lot of information there, as well as the book, PaleoPet.com. Thanks so much.